Hi everyone, welcome to my video over my lesson plan project for the ITEC 7430 class. So for my project, I created a multimedia review project for my online AP Psychology students. And so we're going to view my classroom as a student so you guys can see what they see and how the project was presented to them. After I constructed the project and all of the resources, I went into my classroom, and this is what we're scrolling through right now, and I posted it in our course news. And so here you see the grade replacement opportunity. It tells the students, hey, here's an opportunity to replace a low grade. You can do this and replace a project or a test or something that you need some help with in the grade book. And since this is an AP class and it's near the end of the semester, usually I get a good turnout for this. We do have some restrictions on changing content, so that's why I chose to do this type of assignment for this lesson plan project. But anywho, the first thing I did was create a PowerPoint, and then I went through the PowerPoint and created a screencast to explain all parts of the project to my students and the steps that they must take in order to complete the project. They have to use a couple of different Web 2.0 tools for the construction of this project. And so I also made an additional screencast for each of them to go over that Web 2.0 tool. And we'll look at those in just a second. The first one was S'more, Newsletter Maker. The second one was Microsoft Sway, and so I made them a video on how to access that. They have Microsoft Office tools with their Georgia Virtual School account. And then the third was to use Flipgrid, and so I made a screencast over that. And then I included here, you can see the PowerPoint if they just want to flip through that on their own. And then I also created a rubric for students. So let's look at the tools and then we'll come back here. Okay, so with the project, they had to choose something that they didn't do well on. And then they had to go and do research on that topic. It's a psychological topic. It's like the neuron, for example. And so they would find out more information and create a project and present it in one of these Web 2.0 tool platforms. The first platform we're going to look at is Sway. And again, this is linked to the student's O365 account. And I liked this because it did not require them to use an outside resource. It didn't require them to set up an account. You have to be very, very careful with online teaching in that you don't violate FERPA or COPA and ask students to create accounts with Google or this and that. And so that's what I liked about Sway. And I also showed them some of the tools that they have as a Georgia Virtual student in the course. And so anyway, this is just a sample of Sway that I used in my instructional video for students. The next format they could use for their project was S'more, and this is one of the very few resources that I pay for. I don't pay for very much, but this one I like so much that I actually pay a yearly subscription. And so Sway is an excellent tool. I use this a lot to communicate monthly newsletters and the beginning of the semester information to students. With this, it's real easy to go in and add images and links and things of that nature. And then the last, they were going to reflect using Flipgrid. So I set up a Flipgrid account and gave them the question to reflect on the topic. And as a final reflection for me, I gave all the students a Microsoft Office form, which had the questions from the lesson plan project to kind of get their feel on how everything went. All in all, I would say that the project ran very smoothly. I opened it up to students on April the 1st and gave them through the 22nd to complete it. One confounding variable in the completion of this was the COVID event, and because I have students in these two classes, over 25 different counties across the state, all the counties are having different policies to end the school year. So because of that, I lost probably some of the student turnout that I would have had because some of my students' school districts decided to quit grades on March 13th. So obviously those students took those grades and didn't complete their project. But again, for the ones who did complete the project, I feel like they did a good job, and they all expressed that it did help them understand that topic in psychology and help them, hopefully to do better on the AP exam, which is coming up this May. I do plan on using this in the future. I will run it longer in the future. I'll give them through the end of the semester, and hopefully the issues in education that have been caused by COVID this semester will not be an issue moving forward.